Well, you guys want to get into the last episode of the Hidden Inventory Premature Death arc from JJK?
Hit me with it, brother.
So, just like the name of the second half of the arc, we got a whole episode called Premature Death. It's episode 29 of JJK. So we flash forward 1 year to see Geto struggling with his mental and Gojo becoming the honored one.
Yeah, the honored one. I like that.
Jesus Christ.
So we get a time skip, and it basically just starts with Gojo testing out his new abilities, and Geto and what was it? What's her name?
Yuki.
Yuki.
Tsukumo.
There we go. Yuki and Geto basically throwing pencils and erasers at him.
Oh no, never mind.
No, that's not Yuki.
Shoko.
Yeah, Shoko.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm jumping ahead. Sorry.
I literally was just about to say like chick who smokes cigarettes because that's all she does.
And they say she doesn't go out on dangerous missions, so.
But like helping Gojo train, working on his limitless ability and everything else, and it was a cool scene. It's good to see Gojo getting a little stronger, but you could have showed us some badass fight scene for that, not just like a pencil and eraser. In my opinion.
I think it was cooler, like just hearing him talk about like how he was developing.
Yeah, talk about himself.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much like he was explaining like how he can have like multiple versions of red and blue going at the same time. I guess multiple iterations, and like he can like detect what should come through his barrier and whatnot. So I thought it was like more cool hearing about it because it just sounds fucking nuts.
Yeah,
auto detection for your sorcerer ability, your curse ability.
Yeah, what he basically said is that he's got telekinesis now because of this. He literally has telekinesis because he can control both the blue and red simultaneously.
Yeah,
and that is freaking wild, bro. Talk about high IQ shit.
Right, he's learning how to teleport.
Yeah,
which is nuts.
And use domain expansion. I mean, we've seen Gojo at his level he gets to, so like it's crazy to see how fast he progressed there from the beginning of this arc to now,
Yeah. Yeah, well, once he was able to do red, it was a wrap.
Oh yeah, once he's able to do fucking purple, dude, it was a big wrap.
Yeah, I mean, once he figured out red, like purple, he was like, okay, like the rest of this shit is cake. I'm good now.
Definitely, man.
I loved that Shoko brought up a point. She was like, if you constantly you keep your powers going 24/7 or whatever, because that's what his whole goal was when he's doing this ability and stuff, is to keep it going 24/7 to protect himself all the time with minimal resources or whatever. But she brings up a good point, like she's like, won't your brain fry, if you keep it going like 24/7? He's like, nah. See, I'm doing reverse curse technique at the same time and healing my brain, as it gets damaged. So I can literally just keep going and just get supplied with a fresh brain. I'm like, damn, this dude is just so OP. It's not even funny.
He's broken as shit.
It's almost not even fun. It's just like, well, we know what's going to happen,
Yeah, he was just like listing stuff off, and I was like, okay, we get it. You're him. Shut the fuck up.
But yeah, we also start to see Geto kind of spiraling down to the Geto we know and love in the later season of, or I guess the first season. It's weird to see later season, but the later timeline of JJK. And it was really cool to see like that actually happen, Like,
yeah, what led him there,
Yeah, I mean, I think him like basically being like told like, ha, you get defeated by a damn monkey. Just that was the moment, dude. That's when he snapped. Right there.
Yeah. I feel like everybody knew it. It was like, oh, here we go. You heard that monkey word. It's a wrap. I felt bad for Geto though. One, he has to go on missions alone, and like he has to pretty much eat vomit and shit all the time.
Hey man, that
alone would drive you insane.
Yeah, I mean, the man got defeated by a monkey. He, he lost his duo. That's one of the things that he had the most fun with, Gojo and Geto duo. Now that Gojo's like super powerful, he has to go do all of his missions or whatever by himself, and because Gojo is having to do all the heavy lifting. Basically, is what I got out of all this. So he has to do all this shit by himself, and like Bass said, eat all this shit that he's like. It tastes like. What'd you say?
He said vomit and feces, like a
Yeah,
rag that's like been cleaning up vomit and feces. So,
I can't imagine.
and he does it all the time, like every day.
Yeah. Mm.
Like I feel like I would literally go insane. Like there's like, what do you do? Um, and then him just being alone. Like I think if like they would have kept him in like a team with somebody, he would have like, especially like Gojo. Like I think he wouldn't have flipped after a while.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, he lost like he lost like the mental stability of his partner. You know, I mean, Gojo's an arrogant asshole, but like he has like a good outlook on life, and he lost that. So he's just, as you're saying, he's eating curses, and he's just like trying to figure out what he is, and he's like, Jujutsu sorcerers are supposed to protect the weak. And then, like in the shower scene, like it sounds like the cult is clapping with the water, which is really well done.
Yeah, I noticed that. That was nuts.
It was so good, and all you hear him at the end is, "Damn monkeys," and that's when I knew we lost our boy. He was gone.
Yep.
Yeah. Damn monkeys. First time hearing it, it was tragic. It was tragic. I was like, no, no.
I kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I like where Geto's character goes, so like I'm cool with it. Like I know he's the bad guy, but like I like how fucking nonchalant he is when he's the bad guy. He just doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I'm gonna kill everyone. You guys can deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they got to have somebody to like even come close to Gojo. You know what I mean? I think Geto's going to be that person eventually. So he has to be, right?
I don't know. I haven't read JJK, so I'm not sure if
I haven't
if
either.
it's not Gojo or if
Neither
it's
have I.
Itadori who finally, seals the deal, but
Oh,
or if it's happened yet, I don't know.
okay.
But yeah, so after the shower scene with our boy looking real menacing in the shower, that shit was nuts. Geto meets Yuki Tsukumo, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of you," and she gets all happy, like, "Oh my god, you've heard of me?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're that deadbeat sorcerer who doesn't go on missions and just travels the world being a bum."
You fucking bum.
Her face in that scene was so fucking good. They did like the classic like Full Metal Alchemist like face look there, and then she just looks defeated as shit, and I was crying.
Yeah, your actions have consequences. Everybody thinks you're a bum now.
But she goes on to say that she's looking for a way to create a world where cursed spirits aren't born, which, that's probably a better way to go about it than just to exercise curses on repeat,
Yes.
Somebody's got to be doing it, right? So
You got to have your research guy. You got to have your Mr. Hat and Clog trying to figure shit out, But she says there's two ways to do it. And you can eliminate cursed energy from mankind with heavenly pacts. And as we saw, our boy Toji had a heavenly pact and he has 0 cursed energy, but he was fucking insane.
Coat it with the sauce.
And everyone else had their energy significantly lowered, but not gone.
He was the only one that literally had 0 cursed energy, which means that way was kind of impossible, So
And then the other way that she'd come up with is basically training all of mankind to be able to use cursed energy, so be Jujutsu sorcerers. But that's also not going to happen. I mean, that's impossible,
Right.
But our boy Ghetto here, when in his current mental state goes, what if we kill all non-sorcerers, those damn monkeys? And Yuki goes, that would probably be the easiest way. And I think that's the moment right there that just set him on his path to being the goddamn menace we know and love.
Yeah, that was the final nail in the coffin right there. When she got the talking, I was like, this is it. He's done. As soon as she started talking about shit like this, I was like, oh, this is where he gets this idea. She's the catalyst. But yeah, I understand Ghetto a little bit more.
So I'm wondering if Yuki says no at that point and like shuts him down, do you think that changes Ghetto in
Hell
his
no.
approach forward?
Not a chance.
No, you think he would still somehow try to do that? You don't think that like put some shit in his head right there on
No,
how to
because
do
I,
it?
I, I think deep down inside, like he already wanted to do this, right? But this gave him an excuse.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it an excuse. It more solidified his
It's like,
look
oh,
on
I
life.
can do what I want and do a good thing.
So what I'm trying to say is do y'all think that he had it on his mind on how to actually stop cursed energy, or did she put in his mind that this was one of the ways that you could stop cursed energy?
Oh
You see
no,
what
it
I'm
was
saying?
definitely her putting this in his mind beforehand. He
Yeah.
was just trying to figure out if he hated monkeys
Yeah.
or hated mankind who weren't sorcerers, or if he was trying to basically learn to control that part of him. Because that's what he was saying before that.
Yeah,
But
He was
now he's on a rampage. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
he was basically trying to figure out if he was gonna just kill him just to kill him because he hated the cult and monkeys and stuff like that. But now, like Bass was saying, he's got a reason now because she just fell in it. It's wild. She just fell into his lap. It was just like, hey,
Yeah,
listen here.
I wouldn't say necessarily a reason, but an end goal, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, we find out that Tengen is stable. After all that bullshit they went through, there was another star vessel born, or they found a replacement. So like, if you got multiple, dude, just don't stress it that hard, man. But so we figure that out, and she rides away on her motorcycle, looking like a fucking babe.
facts.
So we get
Maddie.
to Ghetto's last mission as a Jujutsu sorcerer, and he goes to a village where they're holding two kids hostage in a cell because supposedly they were the reason for the destruction, even though it was a curse. Ghetto killed the cursed monsters, but the villagers refused to believe the kids were innocent. They were so scared that the kids are terrified in a jail cell, like absolutely terrified, that you could just see cursed energy coming out of them. And Ghetto basically opens the door, tells the kids to step outside, and kills the whole fucking village. 112 people besides these two kids. Like, holy shit. That's a quick snap right there, guys. Like, you go from being like, I don't know what to do with my life, to murdering a village of 100 people. That's nuts.
Well, I mean, if you even have to ask yourself the question, do I hate these people or not? You probably hate them. So I don't think that's like where it flipped. So I think he just finally accepted that he hated them.
Yeah. But
And he's like, you know what? I'm here now, and I mean, that would also make you sick seeing kids in cages, and they've done nothing. And it's like, okay, I probably wanted to punch these. Like you and me would probably be like, okay, I want to punch these people in the fucking face. But Ghetto has the power just to kill them all, and
yeah.
it's not really that much work for him.
Especially since he can see like literally cursed spirits being created out of this conundrum, at that
Yep.
moment. He's just
Mhm.
like, hold on, the shit Yuki's been saying to me, it's starting to make sense right now. Let's just take care of this now.
Yep, exactly. Still sad, but understandable? Question mark.
What about the other 110 people, bro?
Well, no, they were all in on it too, man.
What about the other 110 people?
But so after that, we get Gojo Sensei telling him about what Ghetto did. And Gojo's just in disbelief. Like he's in shock. He does not believe that this happened. And he also finds out that Ghetto killed his own parents because they weren't sorcerers. Like, holy shit, man. Dude's off the rocker at this point. Do you guys have anything to say about that, or do you want me to keep going?
Nah, bro is like committed to the bit. Like it's
Committed to the bit.
I mean, this man says his parents couldn't be an exception and that they wasn't his family no more. Them people was monkeys, bro.
I was distraught.
Huge.
I was distraught when he said that shit.
And it's so, dude, it's just wild. But so then we get a scene with Shoko. She's in the city smoking a cigarette. She's in Shinjuku. And Ghetto walks up to her and basically confirms that everything against him, all the charges were true. And she asks why. And while he's explaining this, she's literally just pulling out her flip phone, like, hey, Gojo, I found him. Come get him. And Gojo just fucking pulls up. And he's just confronting Geto like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, you killed your own parents? You killed 112 people? Like, what is wrong with you? And like Tyler said, Geto basically says, my parents aren't an exception. They're not my family anymore. And one scene that really hit home for me was Gojo says it's impossible to create a world of only sorcerers. And Geto's simple response is, you have the power to do that, don't you? Why can't I? Like,
Yeah.
are you Satoru Gojo because you're the strongest, or are you the strongest because you're Satoru Gojo? And that scene really hit home for me, you know? Like, I don't even know what else to say. It was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really good. I seeing the look on Gojo's face, and I want to ask you guys a question. So, was Geto saying that Gojo could kill everybody on the planet? Is that what
Oh,
he was saying?
Pretty much, yeah. He's that strong.
Jesus Christ!
And you see what he does by just like flicking his fingers to this point, dude.
I
He
mean,
can do
that's
what he wants.
true. That's true. But like, damn. But yeah, no, I thought it was awesome that like Geto like called him out, because one, I didn't realize he could probably do something like that. Cause I mean, but he can. But yeah, he pointed out his pretty much his hypocrisy. But yeah, what do you guys think that meant? Like, are you the strongest because you're Gojo, or does being the strongest make you Gojo? Like what did he mean by that?
I mean, it's
I
just
didn't
some
figure
kind
it
of
out.
power play. Yeah, yeah. I don't really know
That went over
either.
my fucking head.
It has to be some kind of psychological power play or something like that to make Gojo just think, you know, make him feel bad about himself, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's kind of bringing his personality into it. I mean, you know, he is the strongest because of his Gojo clan abilities, but is that what makes him strong, or is it his conviction and his character? You know, I think that's what he was getting at. I mean, I don't see that from Gojo because Gojo's a goofy motherfucker half the time you see him, but
Right. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have the need to take anything serious because like he's the threat.
And what really got me though is after he said that, Geto, goes on to say, if I was to become you, then it would make it possible, wouldn't it? And I was just like, bro, this man, like, he just, it sums it up right there, like he just wants to be Gojo. That way he could do it,
who doesn't, man?
Yeah.
Gojo slays with the ladies. Come on.
So here we get to the root of the problem. Is Airman Geto is jealous of Gojo. That's why. That's why Geto turned out the way he did. He's jealous.
Well, I'd be a little jealous too if I had to fucking eat vomit and shit, and this motherfucker could snap his fingers and become the strongest. Fuck him.
Damn.
You're not wrong, dude.
Oh damn, Bass. Stay
You had
away
to
from the
eat
villages,
shit
bro.
every day? Every day? And vomit? Come on, man.
Oh my god.
I'd be fucked up.
I just wouldn't do it no more, bro. I'd quit.
That's your job, man. That's what you gotta do to protect the monkeys, right?
Them damn
And that would make
monkeys.
you resent the people you were protecting. Yeah, it makes
100%.
total sense. Yeah.
But so after that, we get Geto at the cult HQ. We're back to the cult. And so it's all the old members. They're under a new name, new organization, blah, 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 this bullshit. But Geto has basically adopted the two kids from the village into his new family. And I think that's what he was saying is, by my parents are my family anymore. This is my family. So he's going to turn these poor ass fucking kids into these corrupted psychopaths, which we see later in the show. And he basically goes up on stage wearing this drippy ass outfit, and he just goes to this entire congregation of cult members.
I'm sorry, Dan. I've been sitting here thinking about something like, imagine waking up in the morning and thinking, damn, I gotta eat shit today.
To make it better, imagine I gotta eat shit and vomit today.
Oh shit, that would have me fucked up, man.
And then every time you take a shower to try to clean yourself off from all the shit and vomit that you ate today, you hear clapping, bro.
It's too much. It's too much for any man.
Ah,
Okay, sorry, I had to say that.
no, you're good, man. But so basically, he's in front of this whole congregation of cult members, and he says, "Hey guys, I'm the leader now. You follow me." And like, instead of showing disgust, it literally just said like the crowd disagrees or something along those lines, which I thought was super interesting how they did that. They could have shown people screaming and whatever. They just did that. And the next scene is Geto being like, "Hey, come up here. You're one of the leaders," and just blows him up with a curse on the spot. And you just see him wiping blood off his face, going, "Damn monkeys!" Like, holy shit, man, our boy's gone. He's lost. He's fucking gone, man.
Yeah,
Then,
no, he literally went insane.
then he ends it. He tells the rest of the congregation, he's like, "You will obey him." It's like, "You will obey me or else." Damn monkeys. He didn't say that, but he was thinking it. He was. So.
Yeah, no, he really was.
I'm gonna have to go apologize to like the entire human race after this freaking podcast for how many times you said "damn monkeys." But so then we get another scene with Gojo and Megumi. They're having a conversation. Basically like, "Hey, do you want to know about your father?" Megumi's just like, "Nah, I'm good."
Gojo really wanted to say that. Gojo really wanted to tell him that he killed him. He tried so hard multiple times.
But basically asked him what he wants to do with his life, and Gojo's kind of taken on that like guardian role, and he's going to get him to become a sorcerer, which we see obviously.
Right.
And then we get a flash forward to the present, and I loved this scene because with Gojo waking up, that's the scene from the very beginning of the intro.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that? So it's
No.
Gojo in the chair, and I was like, "Oh, that is a clean transition back to
it was pretty
back to the
dope.
present."
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
They put some thought into that hoe.
So damn shame, dude. Shame Geto had to do what he did. But here we are. I'm really excited for the end of August when we get our next episode of JJK with the beginning of the Shibuya incident arc. But